Hey everyone, Ted Fletcher with FMS Integration. I hope you're all doing well. Yeah, I had an application where I had a 32-bit style Modbus register where I had to read some alarm flag bits off from, and then they were going into a 32-bit format as far as the alarm flags. So I kind of played around with it and noticed in Tridium they have a thing that we can utilize if you don't have a programmer in order to build a custom register bit point to be able to do 0 to 31 bits. I found this process that can help get the data points that you need. So let me go through and first show you this. So I don't have this field device in my lab. This is just a computer in my lab running this program called Modbus Slave. Modbus Slave is from Modbus Tools. They have a lot of great programs. This one's a little bit older, but it does what I need as far as in this simulation. So I'm using version 9.5.0. Highly recommend modbustools.com for any sort of test tools, simulators, anything that you're doing with Modbus. So that being said, I created just a 40,001 and put two binaries in here as far as for the alarm flags coming from the Modbus points that you can see being called out. Oop, I actually left that turned on. So go back over. So I'm going to go through and turn this on. Connection connect is one way. You see I have it set up so it's using Modbus TCP, using the Ethernet port on my machine. That's just the IP of my machine that I'm pointing Niagara to. So I'm going to click on OK. That turns the Modbus simulator on, or the Modbus slave. So I'm going to drag this off to the side because that'll just keep clicking off. I have this already up and polling. So let me go down through here. Oh, didn't even have to hit ping. I was talking long enough, it cleaned itself up. So here you can see that we're pulling in NumericPoint 40,001. If I open this up, I set this up in a 32-bit format. That way I can read across both. There are controllers out there if you're, and I've tried playing around, seeing if can you read the first 16 bits, then try to read the second register to get the last 16 bits. A lot of field controllers won't respond to you if you're not asking for that actual long 32-bit format. So what I'm doing here within Tridium is I'm actually reading both these registers in a 32-bit fashion. So we can see it's coming through as 0. So I have this set up just pulling fast. I have the data type set up as long. Generally with 32-bit, it would be a long or a float. Usually these points I would lean towards a long style format, or a INT32, UINT32 would be the formats that you would be looking for, depending on what systems you're using or documentation that you're going through. Every vendor is different the way they lay out their docs. All right, so I'm going to go back. And so then here, I'm going to drag this back over. So if I was to activate bit 1 or bit 0 here, you'll see a 1 being indicated here. So I'm just going to turn that on. See that's activated on bit 0. And then we see that we have bit or numeric value 1 being read across, but that bit being tripped. So now I'm going to change that, and I'm going to change it to bit 3. You see that's coming through as an 8. So the big one is if we're going into that across the 32-bit register and you're going into bit 16 through 31, traditionally bit 0 to 15 is what you commonly come across. And then when using this tool, the least significant bit is represented on the far right hand side, most significant on the far left hand side. As far as that bit order 0, 1, 2, 3, so on and so forth, going down the lineup so you get to bit 15. So I'm going to click on OK. So one of the things I found within Tridium that you can use, if you go from your palette, go KitControlm, scroll down till you get to the Util folder, and down towards the bottom of the Util folder, there is a NumericToBitsDemux. So I'm going to left click, drag this out, drop it. You could name it, or I should say rename it if there's something more relevant. I'm going to click on OK just to use this for demonstration. Drag that up a little bit. drag it out. So now I'm going to right click and I'm going to go to pin slots. I'm just going to check the In Numeric, click OK. Now I'm going to take my output from my 32-bit register, wire it into the In Numeric of the Demux. So now we can see that come through. Then another quick example, if I go back up here and let's say I trigger bit 1, you'll see the value changes there, and then you see bit 1 triggers there. If I want to go to bit 15, you see going down through, bit 15 activated. And the main purpose of this was show getting into that last set of bit flags. So if I trigger bit 16, you see our input, bit 16 triggers. And last but not least, if I go to bit 31, click on OK, you'll see that triggers and you see bit 31 triggers. I'm going to set this back to normal real quick. Drag this off to the side. You can see we're back to normal. Nothing's being triggered there. So then if I wanted to then tie whatever those specific Modbus points or alarm flags would be, I can just right click, go down to the BooleanWritable. This I'm just going to put alarm bit 0. Click OK. Drag this up. Drag it over a little bit. Now I'll take bit 0, wire this out to N10 of that BooleanWritable. Come back up here, select bit 0, click OK. Then we go from false to true. So depending on your application, just wanted to share this as far as something to help get you that alarm flag data coming in from that specific type of field device that's using a 32-bit style register and using more than 0 to 15 on the alarm bits. So hope this is helpful. If you got any applications that you want to go over, feel free to reach out to FMS. Like I said, I went through to figure out what I could do. I'm sure someone much smarter than me, someone who's a programmer, much more in-depth knowledge of Tridium, could probably come up with something better. But if you're having to do something on the fly to get your commissioning done or something just up and operational in the meantime till smarter people can go in and develop something a little bit cleaner, this is at your disposal. So hope this is helpful and hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching.